Shailene Woodley has spent up to 20 whole years in the industry, so it would be safe to assume that she knows when a role may be good for her. Over the past 2 decades, Woodley has starred in various roles, collecting both a significant amount of appraisal and some deserved critique. Recently, Shailene Woodley revealed that she almost rejected her role on Big Little Lies. The reasoning behind it will leave you shocked. Here's all you need to know. Big Little Lies. Big Little Lies is a TV series that makes its viewers take a look inside the lives and relationships of 5 women in Monterey, California. Madeline, a stay-at-home mother with no life of her own, and Celeste, Madeline's best friend and another stay-at-home mother who was once a successful attorney, are played by Reese Witherspoon and Nicole Kidman respectively. When both Madeline and Celeste befriend her, the other 2 women are super successful businesswoman Renata, played by Laura Dern, and Bonnie, played by Zoe Kravitz. But the main plot of this series, one that ties all these women and their lives together, is a murder. By the end of the season, Perry Wright was effectively murdered, elevating this show from a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills style show to a murder mystery with much darker elements at play. Sounds intriguing? 89% of viewers on Rotten Tomatoes agree. This begs the question though, why did actress Shailene Woodley almost deny the role of Jane? Shailene Woodley's impressive acting credentials. Shailene Woodley has an impressive amount of roles under her belt, from her role in the blockbuster-turned-questionable dystopian film franchise The Divergent series, to playing a part in Oscar-nominated The Descendants, to stealing hearts in the beloved television series The Secret Life of the American Teenager, and more. More than most of her roles, what really put her on the radar was starring opposite George Clooney in The Descendants. And lastly, she's been nominated for an Emmy for her role as an outstanding supporting actress in the limited series or movie Big Little Lies as Jane Chapman. But the star confessed recently how she almost passed her role on the show, and why. Weary of the acting industry. Well, before her stint on Big Little Lies, she had apparently grown tired of the industry after existing in it for the better part of her adolescent and adult life. In a 2018 interview with Netta Porter, Shailene reportedly noted that she had difficulty shooting the final movie in the Divergent series, which left her reevaluating her career as a whole. She said that there was a point in her life right before she was offered a role on Big Little Lies where she felt as though she'd hit a wall with acting. She revealed that the last Divergent movie was a very difficult experience for everyone involved, including her. That, in fact, is what made her think that she had to have some human experiences outside the acting industry as a whole and fall in love with acting again. As such, she strictly asked her agents not to approach her with any projects, determined to find her new path. She said that at the time, she felt that it was time for her to do something different. She then called her agents and told them to please do not send any more scripts, that she needed to explore other avenues, and Woodley admitted that her agents listened to her determinedly, up until they were approached with the Big Little Lies script, that is, how she landed the role itself. Her agents respected what she said for a full year, according to her. She claimed that when her agents approached her, she still wasn't ready, so initially when she didn't really know who was involved, she rejected it altogether. But it was upon the revenant insistence of her agents that she decided to reconsider. And Shailene Woodley herself admitted that once she read the material, she fell in love with it. And the rest is history. Woodley joined the star-studded cast alongside Zoe Kravitz, Nicole Kidman, Laura Dern, and Reese Witherspoon. Many believe that she may be delivering her best performance yet in the series. And that's interesting in itself, considering how she was just about ready to throw her proverbial acting crown in the trash. Shailene Woodley's roles since Big Little Lies. After season 2's wrap for Big Little Lies, there wasn't much news for season 3, although fans are hopeful it's coming. Shailene Woodley, however, has kept busy even amongst all the uncertainty of the pandemic and taken up more roles, so it's safe to assume that she's fallen in love with acting once more. Woodley, who played the youngest Monterey 5, Jane Chapman, has so far filmed Netflix's period drama The Last Letter from Your Lover, so it's safe to assume she's been keeping busy. And not just this, fans of Shailene Woodley can even go watch her in her upcoming thriller Misanthrope and STX legal drama The Mauritanian, season 3 of Big Little Lies. All this said, the intriguing series stars all these wonderful actresses is well overdue for the 3rd season. Season 2 of Big Little Lies wrapped up in July 2019, and fans have been eager for any news on the much-awaited 3rd season. Shailene Woodley talked about its possibility, hinting at it in an interview with THR in July 2021. Aside from opening up about a bunch of personal topics, Woodley went on to talk about Big Little Lies Season 3 and how she just really wanted to get the ball rolling on filming the season for the widely adored HBO series. Although she did not confirm anything official or state that anything was in production as of then, she did note that filming was only a matter of getting everyone's schedules to line up. And we can't ignore the role that the international pandemic COVID-19 had to play in delaying the production of most, if not all, of our favorite television series. She claimed that it's a running joke and hope between all the cast members who are eager to get the series in motion again, so ask each other, when are we doing Season 3? How do we make that happen? When asked for permanence, she said, I'd like to say, knock on wood, that it is happening. What to expect from Big Little Lies Season 3. The intriguing group of mothers from Monterey, California are now effectively entangled in a murder mystery. And here's what to expect next. It's clear that the show is not afraid to go all out when it concerning spinning the characters' lives in an inconceivably complicated thread. The mystery thriller, originally disguised as a harmless series about 5 women, is based on the book of the same name by Liane Morality. Gradually, each character exposes more and more layers, which leads to some really impressive plot twists by the end of each season. And the show's dark comedy helps bring in a kind of self-awareness into the show that both fans and critics admire. And although Season 2 ended on a note of finality, which is to say that it didn't end on a grotesque cliffhanger, it has proven to be both a huge relief and a source of constant anxiety for fans of the show. On one hand, they're not constantly wondering what the show's next move might be, but on the other hand, fans have been worried sick about the possibility of no more Big Little Lies. Release date predictions. The last season of the show started airing on June 9, 2019 and ended on July 21, 2019. This is interesting in and of itself because the show itself was intended to be a mini-series since there was only one book to adapt from. But the show's resounding success inspired and prompted author Liane Morality to pen down a whole sequel to her original book, one that went on to be adapted into a widely successful second season. As far as Season 3 is concerned, there is hope yet. Actress Nicole Kidman, who stars on the show as Celeste and also executive produces the show, mentioned that ideas for the 3rd season were already floating around back in 2019, but they would only go forth with the show if all the same people were involved. And this, as Shailene Woodley mentioned, is a struggle itself. Pros or cons of having a star-studded cast, you decide. Who's up for making a 3rd season? Interestingly enough, in 2020 on Jam Nation with Jonesy and Amanda, Nicole Kidman talked about Big Little Lies Season 3 again and claimed that an idea for the show's plot was currently being conducted. In fact, she went as far as to say that Liane Morality was working on a book, another part of the Big Little Lies series. No doubt, this book could then be effectively adapted into or proved to be the foundation source material for a watchable Season 3. In another interview, Nicole Kidman also mentioned that the entire cast was into the idea of making another season of the show, not the idea that writers Kelly and Morality had for it in its current stage was for good. In fact, they've even had the blessing of HBO and HBO Max content chief Casey Bloys, who has claimed in the past that he would love to continue working with this group of people. And that's all for this video. Would you like another season of Big Little Lies? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.